Hey, it's Troy again, and I am here once again with my pal for like the third time, Matthew.
Hello, and I got some new fountain pens.
That he did.
For my birthday. And one wasn't for my birthday, he just gave me a wing song.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we want to give thanks once again to our friend Larry. Larry has the YouTube channel Larry's Fountain Pen. And he's been very gracious, and I know we mentioned that during I mentioned it during our my last video. And Matthew here went over a video that he and I did together where we talked about his birthday pen haul. Actually had a good number of views of that, and I've had a lot of great response from that. And so we figured we would get together and we'd do another pen video. So Larry had seen that, and Larry was, I guess, enthusiastic for the next generation of fountain pen users, and was very gracious to send Matthew some pens for his birthday. As a matter of fact, one of the things, my old case, I had this case that I moved into when I early.
Give that to me because I like 21, maybe 24.
Yeah, so
about 25. Now.
Oh, yeah, this holds 24 pens in my collection when I first got started. I moved into this very shortly, and I moved out of it because I quickly outgrew this, and so I passed it on to him, and he's already outgrown. He's only 8 years old, and he's already outgrown a 24 pen case.
I outgrown that. I only have one pen that cannot fit in it.
Right, and we're not even up to the DC Pen Show yet, because that's one of the things for his birthday is we're taking him to the DC Pen Show.
We're going in 2 weeks.
That's right. So, Larry, thank you very much once again for being so gracious to my son. We're going to share some of the pens that he gained here for his birthday from Larry, and we'll share another one that I gave him just recently to his collection. So, hey, let's start with these right here. These two. We got 2 of these.
That's his and that is mine.
Yeah, these are Hero 7036s. Actually, for Hero pens, they actually write pretty good. I put like a Robert Oster peppermint in this one, and I don't remember what I put in this one. I think I put like Dragon's Napalm in this one, and you gave this one to Mommy because it had like that. It's like a rose color that is more suitable to women, probably. And he kept this green one. I know that you like that, and you were doing some writing with that one.
I got a Hero 886 from Louis, and I gave it to my Nana.
That was a Jinhao, actually.
Wait.
It looks like this, and we're not going to go get the yellow one. Larry sent a yellow one, but
I gave it to Nana because I have one coming.
That's right.
That's lime green.
His favorite color is green. So what probably nobody knew except me and him is that we had ordered 2 of these. One in a bright green for him and one in red for me, just so I can have it in my collection. So this is mine that arrived. Larry had graciously sent us one in yellow, and since we already had some on the way, we were able to spread the love a little bit, and so his Nana now has one of these, this Jinhao 886 in yellow. So she was tickled pink. So
that red pen looks pretty.
But I think your green one is going to look really cool because it's like a slime lime, brilliant, like a bright green.
On eBay, from looking at it, it kind of looked cool. I don't know if it's gonna look better in seeing it not on a computer.
Yeah, but we'll find out. How about this one? Can you tell people what this one is right here? Tell them about it.
This is a Cocoon.
That's right, a Pilot Cocoon.
And this is white and kind of a turquoise.
Yep.
I don't know what ink you put in it,
well,
but I think it is pretty.
Well, I bet you I think I put just the cartridge that came with that one. Because I'm looking at it right now, and yep, it did have a supplied cartridge,
Most
and
of
that's
the
what I put
pens
in it.
came with cartridges that I got.
But the Pilot Cocoon, I had never touched a Cocoon before. I'd never seen one. Well, I've seen them online, but I never had one and never really touched one. So Larry sent one of those along, and so it's a Pilot. I've got a bunch of Pilot ink cartridges, but I didn't have a lot of converters for Pilot, and I wasn't sure which one I was going to take anyway. But I went ahead and put the cartridge in here, and actually it writes pretty good. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Pilot.
It writes good. I tried it. My big brother John tried all my pens. He tried that one. He said he likes it.
Yeah, so I don't even know how much these go for online. It's not one of Pilot's upper end pens, but everything I've tried so far from Pilot has actually been a pretty good purchase, a pretty good value for what you get. And I've seen some more Pilots out there. Here's a pen that we've given away a lot of these.
I got one from Larry, and that was my first fountain pen, just a different color. It was red.
Right, the Jinhao 599. It's kind of hard to go wrong with these. I had picked up, and I put a video out about it for an idea for fountain pen enthusiasts. As a matter of fact, just today, somebody saw one of my latest purchases that I was using at church, because I've got a toddler or 5-year-old that had to sign out. You sign them in, you sign them out when you drop them off and pick them up from children's church. And what I was using is I was using this.
That's one of his
newest. Yep, one of my newest. So this is my pen of the day today. It's a Dolce Vita. Well, I used that pen and I signed Ben out of with it, and the girl who was running that desk was really impressed with it, and so it got her interested. And I've never seen a pen like that. A fountain pen? I've never used one before. So next week I'm going to give her a fountain pen. Well, stuff like that is why I had bought a bunch of these, about 36. I've given away about 36 of these things. These Jinhao 599s. I mean, you can buy them individually on eBay for as low as like a $1.12 delivered.
Maybe 99 cents.
Yeah, thereabouts. So
buy price 99 cents, and about a dollar plus shipping or more.
Sometimes, yeah. So you can see these generally for just over $1 delivered from China. Well, I had bought like 36 of them from a guy in Singapore for 50 cents a piece, including shipping. So I gave away all those. And this one here, what I'd never had was one in purple. And Larry, good job on picking out the purple one, buddy, because purple's my favorite color. It's my wife's favorite color. And we didn't have any Jinhaos and 599s in purple. So
my cousin said she wanted a purple one.
Yeah, so this Jinhao 599 is, matter of fact, your first one ever is sitting right here.
Is that
that's the first one. Yep. So that's the first one we ever gave him, and this is what got him interested in using and collecting pens.
Because that one I liked, and then I thought, hey, can I have some more fountain pens? Maybe they'll all write different, and some may write terrible, some may write great, some write great, some write horrible.
Yep. Some of those Jinhao 599s I've had write well. Some write better than others, but it got several people that I know personally interested in getting and learning more. I can count at least 3 people right off the top of my head that I've given pens to that are now more interested in them. So sparked a little interest. So anyway, that was a nice little addition. Let's talk about your other ones.
Pilot Metropolitan.
That's right. For his birthday, we shared on the video that he got this one. Right, this retro pop art red Metropolitan, and this was one of his nicer, more higher quality pens out of his collection.
I got a Pilot Metropolitan from Daddy, and then that's the one from Larry. So, I like this one better.
The color wise, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, here's the interesting thing. The very same day that the package from Larry showed up, I had ordered one of these identical ones. I'm talking identical to this one.
Both look the same.
Right, and so I ordered a turquoise one like this because I had a Pilot Metropolitan. He had a Pilot Metropolitan. My wife was feeling left out, so I bought her a turquoise Pilot Metropolitan just like this one. And the folks I ordered it from had it delivered the same day that Larry's package showed up. So I had 2 turquoise Metropolitans the same day. They had to fill up, and I had to make sure they wrote well and gave them away. And so my wife and Matthew here have got matching turquoise Pilot Metropolitans.
The only difference is Mommy's has different ink than this one.
Yep, that is the only difference. As a matter of fact, I'm looking here, and I used the cartridge that came with that one too. I did have a converter, but I know that you tend to like using cartridges, so I went ahead and used the cartridge for it. So he has more Pilot Metropolitans in his collection now than I do. I've only got one in black, and that's it. And that's one of the first pens that I had ordered when I started getting into the hobby.
I didn't even know I was going to get any packages from Larry, but I did. And I didn't even know I was going to get any pins from him. Turned out I did.
Yeah. So Larry, you've got a very giving heart. You've blessed a lot of people in the fountain pen community. You've been great. And you've been very gracious, and for that I'm thankful. So I'll put a link to Larry's YouTube channel here in the comment section, or at least in the description section, so you guys can go there. I've gleaned a lot from Larry, actually from a lot of other guys too, not just Larry. And he learned a lot of the same way I did, by watching other people's videos. So he's been great, and I look forward to, if I can squeak my way down to the Dallas Pen Show, maybe get a chance to meet him. So.
The way I knew about other fountain pens is by watching his videos when I wasn't in them. He did a lot of them.
All right, so Matthew he's been trying to learn an awful lot, and I've been impressed with that. So let's talk about the last pen that you just got. This one right here. I was watching somebody who talks about their pens each week, that they have pens currently in use, and somebody had a Wingsung 233, and so based upon his recommendation or his use of it, I went ahead and looked on eBay. It was like $1.86 or something like that. So this is what a Wingsung 233 looks like.
And it does not have ink in it.
Right now it doesn't have ink, and the reason it doesn't have ink, I gotta be honest with you,
he said it doesn't write well.
I don't think it wrote all that well for me. I was not impressed. It's got a nice little ink window here. It's not a bad looking pen, but it's not a real quality construction either.
Doesn't write nice.
One of the things I don't like about this one, it's got one of those aerometric fillers, and you squeeze it, and it sucks ink in. It didn't do a very good job of sucking up ink. I didn't think it wrote all that well. It wrote a little scratchy. I didn't bother trying to fix it. I just said, once this thing is done with its ink, because I didn't get a whole lot of ink in it, I'm just going to flush it out and set it aside and just throw it here. So in my set of drawers, so it's in my collection. Yay, it's on my spreadsheet. And then I just figured, now I got a better idea. I'll give it to him because he may like it more than I do.
I may like it more than you do. I may like it. He may not. We both think different.
As well it should be. And that's one of the great things about in the fountain pen community. There are people, folks, there are people who absolutely love, like Jinhao pens, 599s.
Like Jinhao 599s, Jinhao 886,
and there's
all
people,
other numbers.
There are people who love them. He's got pens in his collection.
I love, some I hate.
But you know what? There's one more pen that we forgot to include that we left sitting there from Larry gave us.
That's one of my favorite.
Speaking of Jinhao's, this is a Jinhao 500. I think this is one of his favorite. Because look at it. It's
These two
beautiful.
are my favorite.
The ones that Larry gave him, these are his two favorites. People love Jinhao's. People hate Jinhao's. Some people are in between on them. So
some people kind of hate them. There's something people love about them.
But you got to admit,
things people hate about them.
Right. I don't mind them. I actually use a lot of them on a day in, day out basis. Yes, expensive pens, cheap pens. I like them in all varieties. I don't mind like a Pilot Metropolitan. Folks, these things on sale you can find as inexpensive as $10, $50, $11, $12 is not abnormal, up to $15. Now, I paid $15 for a Pilot Metropolitan that included shipping, and I'm happy with it. There's some people who don't talk to me about first pens in a Pilot Metropolitan. I don't see why not, because they're excellent value. There are people who love them, people who hate them. There are people who love Jinhao pens, there are people who hate them. They're all budgets. This kid's 8 years old.
I still got a lot of pins.
Do you think his budget is going to... he doesn't have a Mont Blanc budget. Put it that way.
I kind of want one.
I know you do.
I can't afford them.
You've been pestering me for a Mont Blanc for months now.
And I kept on asking, can you buy me one? Can you buy me one?
Yeah, matter of fact, you know what he's asking for right now? There is...
A Delta.
That's not what you've been asking for.
I kind of want one.
I know you want a Delta now that you've played with mine. I can see why.
They look nice.
But he's been pestering me for a Pilot Vanishing Point now. And he's been
My
going.
mom got one.
Yeah, his mom has one. I have one now.
I know about it before she did. He told me to keep it a secret.
And he did. Yeah, so you got gorgeous pens like this that are not expensive. You got gorgeous pens like that are really expensive. So all budgets, all in between, all tastes. I like pens that other people hate. There are people who have reviewed pens that said they suck. There's some people who have said they love these pens, and I tried them. I went, not real impressed.
So like if some people love them, then you can be like, hey, I kind of like this pen, kind of don't. You can kind of like it, kind of not.
Yeah. So anyway, folks, let's wrap this thing up. Just showing you some of the latest acquisition. This kid's only 8 years old. He's got more pens this far along into his hobby than I had. Then again, he's got people who are supportive to help him.
I used to keep on getting a lot of pens from him. I got about 8 from him.
Yeah.
Some he bought.
Then he got some for his birthday from a couple of people.
He bought me this one. This was what started me off. I like it. It has a Noodler's Cactus green ink, and it looks pretty. And this red one.
Oh.
I got a pen just like it, except it's gonna be kind of a slime green coloring.
Right, which hasn't shown up yet. Yep.
I think it looks cooler than this.
I think the green will look really cool. Green's your favorite color, so it's still on its way. So anyway, again, you think we ought to thank Larry again?
Yes.
Well, Larry.
Thank you. I love all the pins you gave me.
All right, buddy. So we'll show you some more as he gets more.
I got one coming, maybe at the end of July, maybe on the 1st of August.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right. Well, he wanted to do his new pen video, and some people have been asking actually for more videos with him. So we figured we'd share this one a little bit. And since he's been pestering me all day, he's been pestering me. Can we make a video? Can we make a video? Can we make a video? Isn't it true?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next video.
Bye.